Good afternoon everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It is lovely to have you here. It is start of a new week, Monday, and yeah, here we go again. It just keeps going on and on, doesn't it? So I've been having some fun today. What I've been doing is cutting out, and I've only done about one signature out of 12, some pictures from my William Morris book, one of my William Morris books, one of my car boot finds. Aren't they gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Just cutting those up alone has cheered me up. Just looking at all those beautiful patterns. Yeah, so I've decided to make something with them today. I'm going to make some pockets with them with vellum fronts so that we can yeah, still see the beautiful picture behind. And actually I have to say I've been sat making some and I absolutely love them. This is the first one I made, and then I decided to do them in pairs and maybe smaller. I'm thinking if they're going into stash and I'm going to start and do tall thin journals, I ought to do something that will go, you know, in the tall skinny journals as well as the smaller journals. So I'm going to do some this size and some this size. So all they are a piece of the book page with the vellum cut out like a gusset pocket, but the page put inside, as you can see, so the gusset is on the back, so it's not really a gusseted pocket, but it is a roomy pocket. I've made it shallow at the front, and a big thumb hole as well so that you can get things in and out, and the design just to be glued down onto a page or another piece of ephemera if you like. And they're just such fun to decorate as well. And they're beautiful not decorated. I haven't got any not decorated, you know, because you can just see that through, so they're absolutely fine like that, but yeah, they're good fun to decorate as well. So yeah, you can see I've used some of those beautiful Found Relatives tiny ones that Tanya sent me, that one and that one. Yeah, or just a big label. I've put some Tracy labels, Tracy Fox labels in the top corner, or any other labels. Other people make them too. And yeah, just little clusters of these with stamps. I'm trying to use up some of my stamps because I've got a lot and I don't use them very often. And yeah, a couple of numbers and a couple of labels. But you could put absolutely anything, you know, the box of all my bits, all my desk sweepings, I could just make loads of these and get them out. They would go, you know, just about anything goes. So shall we make some? So I'm going to need my chopper, so I'm going to have to try hard not to get you with it today. So choose some paper. So the vellum I've brought is out of here because I've used coloured vellum on most of them. This one is the white vellum. It's a lot thinner. My white vellum is only like, I don't know if it's 60 or 80 GSM. It's very thin. I must get some thicker. But in this paper pad it's much thicker. Does it say? Oh, 105 GSM. So that must be only 60, because this feels a lot thicker. So the colours I've got in here, I saw some the other day in other colours and I nearly bought it. It's from the range in the UK, and then I thought, no, I haven't used this one yet, but I nearly have now. Now I'm going through it. I'm just using the plain ones. I did bring a gingham one out, but I don't think it's gonna go. Let's put it back in. Of course, you could make these with anything in the background. You could, you know, get all your scrap pieces out of your scrap box. I might have a go at those with some of these gingham or love heart pieces. So shall we get another plain piece out just in case? I'm only going to do a couple, but I like a choice. But yeah, vellum, or you could do it with tracing paper, or I'm thinking you could even do it with, you know, cereal liner. If you wash your cereal liner and use that. Anything see-through. And I was going to say let's choose a paper, but isn't that gorgeous? Everyone I look at is gorgeous. So that's got the greens, the browns and the blues in it. Now I'm thinking I'm going to make a couple, well, I am going to make a couple. Tomorrow I'm going to put a couple, I don't know which ones, into the beginner's journal. So we're going to do a couple of tags and put a couple of pockets in. So I'll choose from the whole stash tomorrow. Right, so I'll get two, I think, out of that. So those, which ones? What height were you? Quite like the size of that one. So you were 10 high. Now let me have a look which way. Now a lot of these patterns, it doesn't really matter if you have them the right or the wrong way. We're not quite 20, we're 19 and a half. So shall we go 9 and a half? Thought that was on my paper then, it's not. Yeah, so 9.5 will give us 2 of equal height, like that. Well, it didn't. Did I do 9.5? Well, that one's 9.5. And that one's over 10. So did I not measure that? Well, obviously not. But we will get 2 9.5. There we go. We've got 2 9.5 now. Yep, now I need to decide on the width. See what width were those. They might have them a little tad longer than those. They look like 9.5 in width. Oh yeah, because I had them 10 in height. Do we want them less? Let's just have a look. 11. I guess it depends what width this is, because this has got to fit that way. In theory it's plenty big enough, so let's do a couple of biggish ones. Let's do them at 11. I mean, I'm getting some lovely little scraps off it as well. Yeah, 11's good because I need a centimetre either side on the vellum. Okay, so I've got 11 by, can you remember? Just if you want to have a go. So it was 11, and I'm in centimetres. 11 centimetres height. Is that right? No, width. 11 centimetres width. And we were 9.5 centimetres wide. High. Okay. I'll do my next set, probably not on camera, but I'll do my next set the same size, just so that yeah, I've got similar size pieces. Okay, now what do I want? I want vellum to go on them. What colour are we going? That one's nice. Oh, some blue would be nice, wouldn't it? Now the green just deepens the blue. I'm going to go with the green, I think. Have I got enough there? Dare I measure it? Because the last time that didn't work, did it? Do you think that's 15? I think that's 15. Let's see what 7.5 looks like. If not, I'll have to cut into a bigger piece, because obviously some of it goes under. No, that's fine. Okay, what was it? 7.5 centimetres. So the vellum height, and do we need it 2 centimetres more than that? So it needs to be 13 centimetres in width, which we've just about done. Okay, so I'll give you those again at the end if you want to write them down to do the exact same size. Right, have we done with that? I think we have. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of vellum and 2 back pieces. Let's decide which way up I want those. I like that one that way, and I like that one that way. Right, next I need to score my vellum. What did I do with my scoreboard? Here it is. So my scoreboard is in inches and 1/16 of an inch, and I've measured in centimetres. But I did with the others work out that 3 of these, is that 3/16 or 3/8? It must be 3/8, I think. Yeah, 3/8 of an inch. It's slightly smaller than a centimetre, but it just about works out. Oops. It's a bit tricky, vellum, to score. Trickier than paper. And the same across the bottom. 3/8. Or you could just do a centimetre if you've got centimetre ones. Now I find with vellum, I found when I'm folding vellum, when you try to fold it against, I'm going to try it now and it's going to work, look. Oh, you get that white line is what I was going to say. Yeah, when you fold it against where you've already folded it once, but it's working this time. Yeah, and it's not always easy to get it on the line you've scored it on. Yeah, I think that's probably why I did it the other way. I'll do the other one the other way and see which is best, because I don't think it makes any difference because it's not an actual gusseted pocket, it's going round. Yeah, but it's very easy to get it out of shape. Okay, so the piece of paper we've scored all the way around, and just like when we're doing a gusseted pocket, we're just going to cut that bottom corner off. Don't cut into the corner, just cut if you can straight along it, just so it keeps your front nice and square. So then we can try the piece inside and see if it fits. The thing to do if it's too big is to trim the paper rather than the vellum. It is ever so slightly, which I think I have had every time. So yeah, it's probably to do with swapping the centimetres for 1/8 of inches. That's it. You know, that's about all I needed, I think. Am I the right way up? Yeah, once you're happy it fits nice. I don't mind it bagging a little bit because that's helpful for getting things in and out. Oh, turn them both round then. I want the bigger corner. So then you can round, if you want them rounded, your top 2 corners. You know, like here. I like them rounded, so that's what I'm doing. It's easier to do it before you put the vellum on. I was finding on some of them the vellum was interfering with my cutter. Yep, and then if you want a divot in there, you need to do that now. Now, because of my machine not liking just vellum on its own, I'm going to put a piece of paper behind it. Try and get it in the middle, and I'm doing a fairly deep one. And because it's vellum and I don't want it to rip, so you can get your fingers in it. And really that's the hardest bit. That, you know, doesn't get any more complicated than that. Let's glue it down. So shall we try gluing it before I glued it down and then put it in? Shall we try gluing it down in situ? Oops. Yeah, I've just filled my glue and I filled it. I seriously filled it. Very nearly to the top. I don't know what I was thinking. Daydreaming, I think. So I don't really need to squeeze it at the moment. Just let it run out. Okay. Lovely. And then the bottom. Oh, I squeezed it then. I'm using art glitter because it's the strongest I've got, and it dries nice and clear with vellum. Yeah, and that's it. So you can see how much nicer they are when they're decorated, but you know, that's still pretty, isn't it? I do like the white one though, where you can see everything through. Well, I think it depends on the paper, because that's gorgeous, isn't it? I love that one. I love them all, to be fair. So yeah, I think it depends on the paper as to whether you... I mean, I like that green on that vellum. This is a slightly different green. It's more of a jaded green that I'm using here. And maybe, I think blue would have been lovely on here. But I haven't got blue, so no point in... Okay, so let's see what we did. Got the 2 pieces cut to size. Then we scored the vellum 3/8 of an inch on 3 sides. Oops. Do the 2 sides first, because that's just what I always do. Then across the bottom. You have to hold it kind of firmly so it doesn't move, but not too firmly, or you move it yourself with your pressure. It's quite an art. Yeah, that's not exactly square, but it'll be fine. And then trim across the bottom corners. Fold them up. Yes, I didn't go against the crease. I went with it that time. It still is white, look, and I'm still quite a little bit off my line there, but that's the way it goes. How does this one fit? Yeah, need a touch off this side. I think it's because I didn't go quite straight there as well, so just a touch. It wouldn't matter which side. And it doesn't matter if you take a little bit too much off, you know, because you're securing it at the back. All you'll see is a little bit of, was I going that way? Yeah, that way. All you'll see is a little bit of, you know, clear vellum rather than picture behind it. And that looks a bit slanty to me. It's annoying me. Let me just have a look what I've done. I think it's that line's just not quite folded square. I must have run off the line maybe. Let me try it again. Yeah, that's better. I must have run off that line when I folded it over. Okay, so we want a divot in here. Now, the thing to do if you want to put these on, you know, stack them on top of each other, is to cut all your divots in this piece and this piece, put them together so that they're in exactly the same spot. But I don't think these will be on top of each other. I've made them a little bit wider. Okay, around my corners. Make sure I've got the top. Now you could round all four corners, you could not round them at all. It's completely up to you. That's it. And it's as easy as that. Told you it wasn't difficult. Yeah, and then you can just play to your heart's content, embellishing them, which we'll do to these. Whoops. Yeah, just a little bit wider there now since I moved that over, but that's fine. Just means you'll get a bigger thing in the pocket. It is a lot stiffer, this vellum, so that one I was using must only be 60 GSM, must be that clear one. Okay, so what do we want on these then? Let's embellish them. Put the lid in that, or it's just going to keep the pin in it. It's going to keep flowing out. Okay, what did I brought some bits somewhere, but what have I done with them? There they are. So I just brought some labels. Now if I want my little people, my found relatives, I can reach them because they're just in the drawer here. I'm just wondering, I'm about to cut, because I've run out of my bird, I'm about to cut some of my bird book up that's got like the antique drawings or vintage drawings, one of the two. They would be gorgeous on here, but I haven't got any cut up yet. Got any birds at all? I don't think they're big, but let's have a look. Because I'm thinking, yeah, exotic. Oh. No, I don't know about those two birds. I keep saying no to them all the time. Oh, he's quite sweet. He's too big. Can you see how few birds I've got? I've never had them so low. He's nice as well. Or do we want to go really tiny? Yeah, he's a bit big, isn't he? Maybe I didn't need the bigger ones. Yeah, don't look anymore. We don't spend hours looking at birds, do we? Put that over there, it's in the way. Move my sleeves up. So, let's have a look at the labels that I've pulled out. That butterfly one's gorgeous. That's got the blues on it as well, but I don't think I want him with a bird. Oh, circle's nice. I haven't done circles. Too big? Yeah, that one's too big. Yeah, definitely too big, those two. Now, I could cut that on that one that's got a circular line inside as well. Let me just cut round it quickly and see if it's still too big. So it'll still have an edge on it. I mean, I suppose I could punch it out with with a smaller punch. Is it going to be more like a 50p piece in a circle? I'm rushing it a bit. Nope, it's fine. Does it fit? It just fits. Let's ink it up. I just think circle's something different. I haven't got a circle one, have I? So nice to have differenty ones. Well, the birds are both going the same way, so maybe I will have the circles both the same side. I want him on that one. Yeah, because the pockets are bagging a bit, things won't sit on them. Yeah, I quite like him there. He's reflected in that gold, but there's quite a lot of it on that one. I think he looks better with the green behind him. I've got to get that circle in exactly the right place because it just fits. Right, so do we want a label up here as well? Don't want them as big as that. See if I've got some smaller ones in here. Oh, I think I could have done with my cardigan off. I'm warm. Yeah, this is the thing, I just can't stop decorating them. I really, or possibly should have less is more. Don't want to number. But, sorry, I knocked you. I said I'd try not to. Oh, that grey's nice. One says London and one says Hull. I like those. Let's do those. So those are from, so the circles are from Nanine, the birds are from me because I cut them out, and the labels are from Tina. Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah and Nanine at Collage Type. And shall I have a Tracy Fox number on the top as well? Or not? Is that too much? Wondering about just an ordinary number. Bear with me. There's a nice dark brown one though. No, there's nothing grabbing me. Really. Oh, I think I used that on one of the others now. I quite like that. Perhaps we should go with the light one on there because it's got quite a lot of dark on it, and vice versa. Yeah, what about that? I tell you guys, these are so much fun. You really need to make yourself some. They'd be lovely to decorate if they were big as well. If you've got a nice big journal and you make some of these in a biggish size. I suppose I could make some pouches, couldn't I, and put like Happy Mail bits in them. That would be nice. Okay, where should we start? We'll start with the circles because they're going to be key, this one particularly. And I might glitter in, so I've got to get it right first time, really. Okay. Oh, it just did give me a second to move it, luckily. This one did fit easily, didn't it? Yeah. So it is a bit overcast today, and yeah, the clouds are thickening up. I haven't been for my walk. I'm going to go as usual as soon as I've finished here. So yeah, might be a quick walk. The clouds are threatening. Neil's day off tomorrow, so yeah, I shall be filming if I can. Again this afternoon, get myself ahead a bit. We are going to the caravan tomorrow to empty the rest of our stuff out of it under an era. Sad, but we'll have money to spend on other holidays now, in theory. Money's not going very far at the moment, I do know that. Okay, so we're having that one on there, weren't we? Yes, yes. So how many have I made? I made an odd one, didn't I? I had my 5 made before I turned the camera on. And now I've got 2 more, so that's 7. So it's kind of a mass make today. Not a mass make with you, but I've had a mass make. Yeah, we'll put a couple of them in that journal tomorrow and make some cards for them. Lovely. It's very quiet, isn't it? Silent. I think it's because I've had my printer going all morning and now it's not. I'm noticing just how quiet it is. Printers are so noisy, aren't they? I couldn't print, I had to stop it to film. And because I'm printing in Best, it takes forever. I mean, it's a much better print, but yeah, it's a long slow. I think it's like double. It's 1200 dpi, dots per square inch, I think that is, as opposed to normal everyday, which is 600. So yeah, it's much sharper, better colours. But gosh, you have to wait for it. Love those, absolutely love them. So yeah, nice quick video there. I wonder if we should make some tags for them now. What do you think? I'm just wondering, I have got here some postcards, kit postcards I'm wanting to use up, you know, that have come in various kits, and I've not used them. Digital kits, that's it. Now I got these, I think that one was from Tanya, but Neil got me 4 of these. Bless him, he's such an angel. For Valentine's Day, he sent off to Etsy, and yeah, he didn't even know they existed. So he bought 10 from somebody, don't know who he bought them from, but I think he got a good deal. I don't know, I didn't, if he'd gone to Tanya's shop, I'm pretty sure she's had them in her shop, but there you go. But yeah, I've never had any, so Neil bought me 10, and then Tanya sent me one with some Happy Mail, so I've got 11 now. But of course I can't use them. I need to hoard them for a while before I can use them. They're just beautiful. But I was thinking a lot smaller than these as well. I could make postcards with these and some of the papers from here, the kit. I've got these birds in my way now. Let me just move them over there. Some of these kit pages. I was only just thinking about it. I hadn't got it planned or anything, but seeing as that was such a quick make, maybe we could make a couple. Now whether they'll go in here, whether that'll be too much, I don't know. I suppose we could have them postcard first. And of course I haven't got all my papers cut out, I've only got a few of them. Decisions. The gold's nice. The blues, oh, it's all nice, isn't it? I mean, we'll make them and we may or may not put them in these wallets. So is the blue perfect size, really, isn't it? For oh, it's got nice brown on the back. Just a couple. Yes, it is. Which ones shall I have? These are all the smaller ones. Do we want one with a stamp? No, let's have those 2. Because literally all I have to do is stick them on and trim round them, I'm guessing. Shall I use this, seeing as it's oozing out? Let's. Yeah, so we might not have tags that go in these, but we'll have some postcards to go in something. Whoops. I mean, it is book page, so it's slightly shiny. So art glitter's another good reason for using art glitter on it. And I just give it a good shake, Tanya, before I filled my bottle. So I'm hoping we're not going to go runny. If we do, I don't know what it is. Yeah, so these postcards are printed on card, well, not card, very thin card stock or very thick paper stock. The other ones, the bigger ones, are just on paper, so these should be nice and substantial in weight, like real postcards. Which I have put some postcards on my Etsy, but I barely put any on yet. It's quite a job. I think I've put 2 packs on, but I've got all these. Shall I show you some of them? Quick look. All these packs of sepia vintage, proper vintage, and they're quite expensive, I've seen. Oh, this is a colour pack. You know, I've been looking at the price of them. Gosh, people are charging a couple of pounds for, oh, that's a bit dirty, that one. A couple of pounds for one for some of them. Now, I don't know which are good and which are not. Look at all these people. I mean, they're vintage and they're used. You can see they're creased and what have you. Oh. What have we got here? Portraits of people. Oh, that's even got them all written on the back. Yeah, so these are all sets that are going in Etsy as I get around to it. Talking about postcards, I don't know. And then there's one set of vintage colour there. Oh, put them back out of the way. Right, lid in there. And shall we trim it? Do you think it'll be stuck now? Yes, I'm hoping to get another film done after my walk. Obviously I'll be resting my back in between, I won't be sat here all day. But then I'm hoping to get some more of this William Morris book cut up, really, so that I can remove anything from it that I don't want, and it'll be much easier to store in smaller plastic wallets than the huge tome of a book that it was. Right, I can't see. I've got two browns the same there. That didn't feel like I caught the edge. That was better. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty. Stuck it on the bottom, so the bottom's fine. Of course, they are very old postcards. I don't think there'd be any, the ones I'm putting in the shop, I don't think there'd be any copyright on them, to be honest. Well, definitely not on the photographic ones, you know, where people have had the portraits taken and put on. They won't have copyright on them, so you'd be able to, what was it with? Now look at that, it got darker, sort of an ombre effect. Now I've got a dark one and a lighter one. That's quite clever. Yeah, you'll be able to put them in your digitals if you make digitals, I think. Well, you will definitely the portrait ones, like I say. I like that. Now I'm thinking a nice big flower on there, or a butterfly. Have I got any more of those big butterflies done? I've got my vellum butterflies. Shall we have a little look? Excuse my arm if it's in. If it's in the camera, is what I was trying to say. Now they do curl up, so they're a little bit tricky. Once you've cut them out, they curl up. All the ones I've had on my hands, but they lay nice. Oh yeah, they lay nice and flat when you've got some glue on them. So you can see that I've left some on the papers because he's beautiful as well, isn't he? Let's have them on. No, that's one of the ones from the book that I had. Again, yeah, they might not do that if they were on thicker vellum. Remember, my vellum's very thin. Really must get some. But I prefer these ones that I've printed out. Nanines, these are. But I know lots of people do butterflies. You might already have some. But if not, these are beautifully coloured. Can you see the colours on them? Yeah, I prefer them to the ones that came in the book. So it's hard to see them. Will you just open out for me so I can see what else I want? Because do we want a label like we did on there? Let's see what we've got out on the... Oh, there is that butterfly there, look. Didn't think that's the right way actually. I think I'm just going to have to stick it down and see. You probably can't see anything for my hands. I can't see anything for quite like that. Let's put that down. Seeing as we're just playing. It's lovely when you get something out just to organise and you play for hours with it. I just started cutting the William Morris book up for a bit of room, and this is what's come out of it. Right, now then, I think I'm going to have to just put your tip down first and see if I can get you to stay. Oops, that's it. Got that anchored now. Oops, oh, it is beautiful, this one. It reminds me of a budgerigar. Or budgie. A budgie. The colours, the greens and the blues and the... Right, I don't want my finger in that, so use your cloth, Denise. Yeah, I must leave those butterflies on there, you know, as a square until I want to use them, because that was quite hard work. I was very curled up. It was worth it, I think, because it's beautiful. Okay, what do we want under this one? Nope. Did that come out of here? Didn't, did it? I've got any bigger ones in here. Oh yes, I've got a music one. Let's use that. I never use that music one. Do I want it the same way or do I want it the other way? I'm going to put it that side. So again, the labels, these labels are neat, some collage tape. Oh, and the butterflies are as well. And very probably the postcard backs. Although I did photograph some of mine. Not photograph, photocopy. Which you can do when you've got your own. Yeah, he's a bit smaller, so he wants to be higher up there, doesn't he? Was that the right side? Don't think it matters. Oh, I've got birds and butterflies today. Birds, butterflies and William Morris. Beautiful. There's my cloth. I'll let you all guess where Simba is. Yep, he's in my chair. There we go. Okay, so that's more than I thought I was going to make. Lovely, I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. So yeah, let me know if you're going to make some of either of those, the postcards on the or the vellum pockets. And yeah, and let me know if you want any of these putting into the Etsy shop, because I think by the time I've cut the whole thing out I might have enough to share a couple of packs. So let's move all those out of the way so we can have a good look at what we've done. So these are what we did together. Oops. Yeah, I don't think these want to go in here. They're not big enough actually, they might be in these. Yeah, you could put them in that side, couldn't you, and still have William Morris on that side, but yeah, I think there's too much going on. I think they want to be in somewhere that way, to be honest, because the butterflies are that way. Okay. Yeah, loving those postcards. So tomorrow we will be making some, what we're making for in there. You know what they're called, I can't remember. Journal postcards. Lovely. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you can. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day, and I'll see you for a quick video tomorrow. Bye for now.